Welcome back, everyone. School's out for summer, and that means we have one less set of eyes on our kiddos. So it's very important to make sure that they are staying healthy with this schedule change. Here with tips for all of us parents is Dr. Seema Csukas from CareSource, Georgia's CareSource. Thank you so much for being here. It is always a pleasure to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, I have to laugh because my first question is about how they maintain a healthy diet this summer. As I was walking out, my girls are at home. They had just made big, thick cinnamon buns dripping with icing, and I'm going, okay, I'll be back for lunch and I'll make a healthy lunch. But that's what happens, you know, they have access to the pantry. So how do we make sure that they have good options?
So part of it is working on a healthy diet all year, not just in the summer. That's a good place to start. But you think about the summer and, you know, they're out of school. There might be some family vacations, so it kind of disrupts everything. But you want to be consistent. So have a schedule. Have regular meals at regular times. Have snacks so they know when the next meal is coming. And that routine helps a lot.
Yes, and another thing that's so important is if they were playing sports and maybe they're not so much this summer, like we got to keep them active. And of course, it always helps too because then they're off their electronics, breathing in the fresh air. So any tips and advice for that?
This is a great time to be outdoors. There are so many parks in the area.
Yes.
So go to a park, go take a hike at a Chattahoochee Park, possibly. And part of that, you can go there. Playgrounds, all those things are great. And use it as an opportunity to teach as well. Look at the trees. Can you identify the trees or the birds that you see or the flowers? So make it a real family adventure.
Yes, a friend of mine told me that they downloaded an app because her son loves birds. And you could literally find out what bird. I mean, just like get it back to the basics, I think, this summer, no matter what. Okay, and we are spending a lot of time outdoors, as you just said. So let's talk about sun protection. I was getting Kate packed for camp, you know, 30 versus 50, she wanted to know. So kind of walk us through that.
So at least SPF 30, at a minimum. And so not only just once a day, but reapply it over the course of the day.
Sure.
Kids sweat, all kinds of things, so you want to keep, but also think about sunglasses, think about a hat, think about the clothes you're wearing. Make sure they're lightweight and light colored so that you can manage the heat a little bit better.
Okay, good. And then what about staying hydrated? You know, as it's something that I know we should have the water with us at all times, right?
Absolutely. Have a water bottle with you so you can refill it regularly, but think about the foods that you eat in the summertime. Fruits and vegetables are hydrating. Think about the watermelon or the cantaloupe or cucumbers. All those have a lot of water in them, so you can eat and still get hydrated.
Okay, and I know it's pollen season is gone, but talk about, or is it gone? Or it's not as bad as it was. It's different. So talk about those summer allergies. What can we do?
So summer allergies, or think about just bug bites and stings.
Oh yeah.
So have some things handy. Have some medicines that either creams that can help with the itching or have an antihistamine available.
Good.
But just be on the lookout for those kinds of things and make sure you have your first aid kit handy.
Okay, good. And now we're going to move to our mental health. What would you say there? You know, maybe the kids aren't, you know, at school, and I know the schools have been so great these last few years about incorporating mental health awareness checks, classes. So how do we make sure that we're doing that now in these, you know, few weeks of summer?
So personal connections are so important, so having the family outings, have the kids play with friends outside, or if they're attending a camp or a sports event, anything like that, that social connection becomes so critical. As much as you can stay off the screen time,
I know,
that's what you want to do. And that might be going outside, it might be reading a book, anything you could do just to have them engaged in different activities.
Exactly. It's so important. We got to make sure that they're feeling good and healthy and positive and enjoy that. That's what summer's all about. And how can our audience learn more about CareSource? Do we go to the website?
Yes, they can certainly go to our website. It's caresource.com to learn more information about CareSource.
Fantastic, Doctor. I always love seeing you. Such great information, so important. And we'd like to thank CareSource for sponsoring that important summer segment.